Hey guys, welcome to my first video. My name is Jason. I go by the name Jay Leone. I've been making music for about 5 or 6 years now. I started writing when I was about in 8th grade. Started writing raps, of course. So it was about 8th grade when I had an iPad with GarageBand on there. Started making beats. Really trash beats. I eventually started using my sister's Mac. Used GarageBand as well. Horrible beats as well. Up until 3 years ago maybe, I got my hands on Logic Pro X. I use it every single day. I love it. So recently I got more serious about producing, and my homie Rick really told me, you should do these tutorials and get into it. So here's my first video. Here we use Logic Pro X on a Mac, a couple Akai products, and let's get this shit going. I got a little something going right now, really simple. I started out at 120 BPMs, now I'm up to 170, so we're gonna work from there. So this is what I have so far. So I'm just going to duplicate that track, add another one on top of it. Same instrument, exactly the same. I'm just going to go a little higher with it now. And just like we always do whenever you're recording chords, melodies, even, with drums a lot, I like to quantize them, just keeps everything straight. Now we're going to add a third layer of the exact same instrument. Just makes it sound a little more full. So it sounded really nice right now. There's a little part at the end I'm going to draw in a little bit. There's a note that I'm missing. So we're going to go ahead and add that. Alright, so we're going to add a fourth layer of the exact same sound. Probably the last layer. It's really crazy, honestly. I picked this up a little while ago, just using the same instrument, layering it, and honestly it doesn't sound like it's all the same. So this fourth layer, we're going to go a little darker, gives a little more of a bass tone, so we're going to go ahead and add that in now. And just like always, we're going to go ahead and quantize that. Alright, so I think we're good with the sensor now. We're going to go ahead and add my favorite part, the drums. When I first started making beats back when I used GarageBand on an iPad, I would always start out with the drums first. And honestly, from what it seems like, back in the day it was very hip-hop to start with the drums first, and now I've seen a lot of people, go with melody first. And that's what I picked up on almost right away. I realized I liked adding the synths and the chords, and really that depended on the flavor of the drums, and that's what I've always stuck to. Alright, so first with the drums, we're going to go ahead and add the snares. It's always my favorite part to start. Kind of just gives you the laydown of the drums, platform where I usually start from. All my drum kits I get from my homie Kill. If you listen to Teddy Andreas at all, that's really where I first heard his production on. Amazing producer. He's from Atlanta. He's amazing. All my drum kits I get from him. He's a homie of mine, so he's really the plug. I'll have links below. You can check him out. Cop his stuff. What a lot of producers do is, they usually stick to either snares or claps. I like to mix them up, stack them, layer them. It just gives it a different flavor and just makes everything sound thicker. So I went ahead and layered the claps, literally right on top of the snares. Makes it sound more full, and it hits hard. Alright, so what we're going to do now is add the kicks. What I like to do a lot when I do the kicks is I usually slow down the beat to around maybe 50 BPM slower than what it's at. It really just helps with slowing down your pace and, playing the kicks at a good pace that you can play at. Sometimes you don't always have to draw them in, but if you need to, you can do that. Alright, so I slow down the beat to 120 BPMs. I'm going to play it and show you what it sounds like, and from there I'm going to add the kicks in now. Alright, so I played the kicks in slowly. I'm going to go ahead and quantize them now and put it back up to 170 BPMs like I had it before. Alright, Alright, so after that, we're gonna add the hi-hats. The hi-hats is what really add the fucking sauce to the beat, gives it that bounce. So it depends how hard you want to go with them. You can go nice and smooth with them, or you can go with complex hi-hats, to give it that good bounce, but it's all up to you. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and play the hi-hats at a speed that I'm comfortable with. From there, I quantize them and basically just draw in whatever I want and, add in the rolls. Alright, so right now this is what the hi-hats sound like. Right now they're just steady 16s, but I'm going to go ahead and draw in some notes and, give it that sauce. Real steady. Alright, now from there you can go ahead and draw in whatever the hell you want and give it that bounce. When I usually do my hi-hats, I usually start out with 16 notes, then I jump around to 32, 64s, really just get where you need to be, and then I end up coming back to where I started. Alright, so I went ahead and drew in some hi-hats, give it a little bounce, but not too much, so it's still simple. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and add in the open hi-hats, give it a little splash. Alright, sometimes the hi-hats appear a little, lower than everything else, so if you want to raise them, you can, but sometimes it's nice to have them under there and they're a little subtle, but you can still hear them. And now to end off the beat, usually like I do with all my beats, we're going to give it them 808s to really give it that hard knock. And usually I make the 808s stand out. On this one, I kept them kind of subtle. It just makes everything sound real thick, but fits in really well. Alright, lastly I'm going to add a little sound effect in there. Kind of gives it a little flavor, so... Alright, so now we got the basic beat down. We've got about 11 tracks here. Now we're going to go ahead and structure it, arrange it, make the beat sound how we want it to sound. Alright, so here's the final product. Kind of just looped it. I'll eventually probably arrange it and make it a song. Never know, but here's what we got. There you guys have it. Thanks for watching again. We made a pretty fire beat there. Show me some love, drop some comments, like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe, and we got many more to come. Thanks guys.